Hi, in this video we will learn about the slope of a line in the plane. This is a number you assign to any line, which basically tells you how far the y coordinate changes when we change the x coordinate by a unit. Okay, so we will learn that and we will see how we can find that number for the given lines. Okay, so what is this? So what I have a line in R2. Well, better to keep the coordinates there. So this is x, this is y. Then you pick any 2 points on this line. So let me say x1, y1, and x2, y2. What one can see is that if you find the ratio of the differences of y, so in other words, how far y the line rises to the differences of x's, so this is x2 minus x1. If this ratio someone finds, this ratio has an interesting property. No matter which 2 points of the line you get, this ratio will stay the same. It's going to be constant for any 2 points on the line. When something is constant, it means that, well, it has very deep meaning in the definition of that object. In this case, this guy is something we will call the slope. A slope of a line is basically what people say, rise over run. Or in other words, you pick any 2 points from the line and find the difference of y's, the second coordinate difference of x's, find the ratio of that, and that will give you the slope. Usually we denote this slope of line by m. And well, that's what you need to know for now. That's definition and the formula, both of them together. In other words, if someone gives you 2 points from the line, you right away can find the slope. So let's just do an example. Find the slope of the line through these 2 points, 2, 1, and 3, -2. Well, okay, so this means that I have x1, y1, x2, y2. Then find the ratios. This will be y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. This gives me -2 minus 1 over 3 minus 2. This is -3 over 1. Then the slope is -3 for this one. Here, sometimes I hear students asking, well, what if I change and I choose this one to be x2 and y2, and this one to be x1, y1? And the answer for that is, doesn't matter which one you choose as the first point, which one you choose as the second point. If you use this formula, you're going to get the same number. Your numerator might be different, your denominator might be different, but the ratio is going to stay the same. Well, an interesting example would be that if someone gives you an equation for a line and then asks you to find a point, sorry, the slope of this line. So find the slope of the line given by this equation, y 2x, say 2x minus y equals to 4. Well, if you just know one definition for the slope, then well, what you need to do, we need to find 2 points, and then apply the same story, find 2 points. Or I can find infinitely many points on this line. For example, so point 1 is plug in x equal to 0, then we have 2 times 0 minus y equals to 4, then that is negative y is equal to 4 and y is negative 4. We found 1 point. Plug in another value. Well, let me just plug in y equals to 0. So 2 times x minus 0 is equal to 4. That is 2x equals to 4, and that means that x is equal to 2. So we have 2 and 0 as the other one. Now that I have 2 points, I can pick this one is x1, this one is y1, x2, y2. So the slope is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And this gives me what? 0 minus negative 4, 2 minus 0. So this is 4 over 2, which gives me 2. The slope of this line is 2. But by a little bit of work, so this is an interesting remark. If someone gives you an equation for line, you can change it to a form called slope-intercept form, and then the slope is just right there to pick up. If we write the given equation in the form, so what is the form? Y is on the left hand side, everything else is on the right hand side. So there will be some multiple times x, some constant times x, plus another constant. So it will be, let me call this b. So y alone one side, no coefficient, everything else is on the other side. Then box, whatever that number is, the slope of the line. In other words, when you write the line in this form, you will have m times x plus b. This form is called slope-intercept form. So if you have an equation, the slope-intercept form, the coefficient of x is the slope. So let's repeat the example we had before. So the equation was what? 2x minus y is equal to 4. So 2x minus y is equal to 4. This I have to turn it to slope-intercept form, meaning what? Keep y alone one side. So I take 2x to the other side, minus y is equal to negative 2x plus 4. Then you see y has no coefficient. Here I have a negative sign. I get rid of that. by multiplying both sides by a negative sign. If you write it in that form, then the coefficient of x is the slope. Well, that is also y-intercept, as you already know. So in this case, just by the remark we had up there, the slope is just 2, which is the same number we found in the previous example. Let me finish the video by a last remark. In the special cases remark, for the horizontal line, horizontal lines, you remember the equation is y equal to 0. Sorry, y equals to a constant. Well, in other words, y is equal to 0 times x plus c. Yes. The slope then is 0. The lines with slope 0 are the horizontal lines. For the vertical ones, on the other hand, for the vertical lines of x equal to c, the slope is not defined. Why is that? Because you see, points of vertical lines are what? X is always c, and y can be any number you like. So we can have c0 and this. These are always lines, points on the line. Okay, so our points on the line. And then you do y minus y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. This is 1 over 0. 1 over any number, non-zero number over 0 is not acceptable. So it means that, as it said before, slope for the vertical lines is not defined. Okay, so this was the video in which we define what is the slope, and we told you at least 2 ways to find slope of a given line.